Hold on, I gotta make sure
It works.
you see the chat.
I can see the chat now. So when you send this link out, I can see the chat.
Okay, hold on. Did you send the link?
I sent you the link to support. So send it out to everybody.
I haven't gotten it yet. Go ahead and sit down on
Let me see it again. You got it? All right. Oh, people are already on. You heard me? So I think it may be the same link. I can see the chat now. Can you guys type some words over here so I can see if you guys can chat properly? Yeah, I can. It says top chat, but I don't want to press anything. I just see top chat. Oh, live chat. Booyah! Okay. There we go. Hey, y'all. I got it now. I done learned something. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. Hey. Okay. So tonight is VIG. We're going to let everybody load in. We're going to let everybody load in. How's the sound? How's the video? The quality of the video is kind of shaky. Our platform will be up and live. Our private platform will be up and live where you can have your accountability partners and things of that nature all next week. I didn't like the aesthetics of it. It just did not look very glam university-ish. But next week, so just so you know a little bit about VIG. VIG is going to be a guided group coaching program, okay? Every week, you will have every 2 weeks, you'll have assignments. We will meet twice a month, same time, same place. You will be able to replay what we did weekly over again, okay? So I know everyone isn't in here, but it's recorded. It's definitely recorded. So you will be able to let me wait a minute before I go all the way in, because Mooka sent out a new link. I'm about to take my shoes off. So if you know I have to take my shoes off, it's about to get real. Damn, I wish I had a candle. So I hope you got your candles lit. I hope you got your tea. I love you too. I hope you got your tea. Your questions from, then at the end of the session, we'll have questions about the webinars that you took so that I can give you guys up to date from me answers to your questions from the webinars. That's one part of VIG. That will be the last moments, the end of the at the end we'll do that, okay? But this week I want to bring some things to your attention. And you should have gotten some worksheets. And so from your worksheets, I have everything that you got in your email. You got them here, okay? So every 2 weeks you'll be getting work, which is amazing, right? So I'm working on and we're going to get better and better and better as the weeks go by. We'll get better and better and better as the months go by. But this is our first day. So we're going to, we're going to get it how we live right now. And so the question is right now is, are you coachable? Okay. The question you need to be asking yourself, does everyone have a pen and a journal handy for right now? Just make sure you have your pen and your journal handy. Just make sure that you're able to take notes, okay? And then I'm going to give you some websites and things of that nature. And so make sure you have something available to be able to pull up the websites or be able to write down the websites and things of that nature, all right? All right. So making sure that you do this, okay? So VIG is for the girl that's serious. This is only $45 a month. I want to, first of all, take a moment to congratulate you, because no matter where you are in the world right now, we shut VIG down. I could not take thousands of people that wanted to get in. I couldn't take hundreds of people that want to get in, because I really want to focus on the core people that signed up first, because I'm not about quantity. I'm about quality. So I really wanted to make sure that your experience was quality, that we didn't have an overflow of questions, like 1,000 questions I wouldn't be able to answer. 500 questions I wouldn't be able to answer. So we took the cut and pay to make sure that we were able to give a level of value to the clients that signed up and signed up expeditiously. Okay, so we talked about, are you coachable? And basically speaking about coachability is this. Okay, coachability number one is this. Okay, and then you have your coach. Does everyone have the am I coachable? um does everyone have this? Does everyone have this worksheet, the am I coachable worksheet? Okay, all right, so we're going to go through this first. Are you really so, and I want to just congratulate you ladies on just to this year. So many people have made their New Year's resolution. So many people have said they're going to do stuff and haven't stuck to it. Okay, like this is about like what we're doing right now. Okay, you showed up today, but it's not about how many people show up today. It's about how many people show up for 12 weeks from now, because we go on a 12-week year. Okay, and so at the end of our year it's April 1st. So whatever the girls are trying to do in 12 months, we're trying to get done in 12 weeks. All right, so you're going to have to be blowing it out, banging it out, doing the best you can, not procrastinating, putting your full energy and your full throttle behind it. There's a lot of stuff you can do from your bed. There's a lot of stuff you can do from when you don't feel like doing anything. I want to give you guys tips and pointers on that. That's something that a lot of people wonder about on Instagram Live. People wonder about in the public setting. But there's so much you can do from laying down, baby. Let me explain this to you, okay? You could build your business credit from laying down. You could fix your credit from in your bed. You can do so much stuff from just laying the fuck down. So even if you don't feel like doing what it takes to do, even if you don't feel like doing, which 99% of the time, I don't feel like doing shit, okay? Even if you don't feel like it, you can still get it done. If you got a laptop, if you got Wi-Fi, and you got a cell phone, baby, you can get it done. All you need is a printer and letter stream, okay? And you can really get it done, all right? And we're going to talk about a few things today. But today, the main thing is about, are you coachable? Understanding what coaching is, understanding your part, just understanding your part moving forward, okay? Meanwhile, your part moving forward. I'm the coach, okay? I cannot do these things for you. I can tell you what to do. I can't physically come to Arizona and do them for you. I can't come to Virginia and do it for you. I can't come X, Y, and Z and do it for you. So remember, this is you versus you at the end of the day, period. All right. So are you coachable? First and foremost, let's go through this are you coachable worksheet, okay? Are you really ready to ask this question to yourself? Do you wonder how receptive you may be to coaching? If you are open and available to tackle these questions, here's a simple questionnaire designed to enlighten and inform you as to where you might be in your relationship to receiving those things that could move you ahead in your endeavors. Follow directions and decide for yourself, okay? Decide for yourself. Directions. Make a note of the numbers which come closest to representing how true the statement is for you right now, and then score yourself using the key at the bottom of the page. Scoring. Score each of your answers with 1 through 5 corresponding to the listed below, which applies. 1, not true. 2, less true. 3, not sure. 4, more true. 5, true. And you may ask me, Sabrina, why are we doing these dumbass exercises at first? Yeah, we're doing dumbass exercises at first because we got to do the dumb shit to get to the real shit, okay? I will tell you this right here. Business is 90% mental, 10% physical. 90% mental, 10% physical. When I tell you that when I set a daily sales goal per day, and the power of writing something down and putting it in paper, the power of putting something down, the power of saying, this is what the fuck I'm going to do. This is how the fuck I'm going to go about doing it. The power of that and sticking it on your mirror and looking at it every single day is so powerful. The power of the power of setting a number. Let me explain something to you ladies today. Setting a number to your day Setting a number to your day. I don't care if the number is $100. I don't care if the number is $20. I don't care if the number is $50. If you have not set a number to your day from before you start this program, and you start to set a number to your day, remember this. When you start to plan these things, they're going to come about. So whether the number is $100, whether the number is $2,000, whether the number is $5,000, what's going to happen is what's going to automatically click to you is this, okay? Is that you're going to put a number and you're not going to go to sleep. It's like a game. You ever played a game before? You ever played Candy Crush or something like that? You know you got a high score, right? Once you set this high score in your mind, you're going to do whatever it takes. I don't care how many times you got to play the game. Once you got a high score in mind, you're going to keep playing until you get that high score. So whatever your number is in your mind, whatever number you've set forth, whatever number you've put forth to say, you know something, this is my number. And guess what? You won't go to sleep without that number. And then on top of that, you're going to start shaming yourself and start reevaluating yourself, because now, guess what? I didn't reach my number yesterday. I didn't reach my number because I was worried about that man. I didn't reach that number because I was worried about family issues. I didn't reach that number because of this, that, and the third. I didn't reach that number because I didn't post enough. I didn't reach that number because I didn't send out my email marketing. I didn't reach that number because I didn't go shake enough hands. I didn't reach that number because I didn't do enough affiliate marketing. Whatever it is, your means of generating sales, you didn't reach that number because you didn't do what it took to reach that number. But when you set a number, one thing about it, if you don't plan your days, they will plan themselves, okay? So from this day forward, we will be A, planning our days, B, setting a number, and 3, right now we're going to wonder and see if we are coachable, okay? Here we go. You have your coaching worksheet. Now, are these statements true? 1, can I be relied upon to take coaching seriously? Okay? Some people think that coaching is a magic pill. It's not a magic pill. Coaching is just like physical training, like working out. Working out isn't a magic pill. You're not gonna go see Body by Jay and she gonna give you this magic pill and then you gonna be snatched. At the end of the day, point blank period, is that you're going to, I'm saying, she's going to give you a regimen. And if you stick to the regimen, at the end of the day, you will get the results needed. Period. All right. So that's number 1. Can I be relied upon to take coaching seriously? And ask yourself that question. And then write your score down next to it. Okay. Number 2, I believe this is the right time for me to accept coaching. All right. I believe this is the right time for me to accept coaching. Am I open? And I'm saying, like, am I just looking at her like, girl, bitch, does she really know what she fucking talking about? You know what I'm saying? Do I really trust this? Do I really trust that? Are you in doubt? If you are in doubt, leave, okay? Because you're not downing me, you're not downing your coach, you're not downing your physical trainer, you're not downing your therapist, you're not downing anyone that's in position. The only person you're downing is yourself, okay? Understand that. There's no doubt in me because I'm going into my Rolls Royce truck is on the way. You can't doubt me. My Gulfstream airplane is on the way. You can't doubt me. So at the end of the day, I want you to know this. And for you ladies who are saying it's paused, check your end because it's only paused for you. All right? So if it's paused for you. Please do not interrupt VIG with saying it's paused, okay? It's not paused because we have other people that are watching. So for you ladies who are saying it's paused for you because something happened on your end. We will not, we will not be interrupting ourselves because of what you got going on, all right? It's paused because of you. We got 2 people on the back end that's watching it behind the scenes, okay? So we're not going to go through that here, okay? So, ladies, if it's paused, would you like a refund? Because we're not playing that game, all right? Thank you. I'm not in the mood. I'm not in the mood. Like I'm straight shooting this season. I'm saying it's no shade, no tea. I'm not talking about no fuck shit this season. I'm saying we don't have no excuses this season. No more bullshit. No lag time. No dumb shit. Okay, you understand that we not dealing on that level. Right now, you got high level women on here. You got women that own $1 million companies on here. You understand that? Let me explain something to you. Amongst you right now, I don't know if you know one thing, but on this VIG right here, right now, you have $1 million women on here. So you $2 women that can't figure out refreshing X, Y, and Z, you need to exit the stage left. We're not talking about that no more. Milka, if they say they pause, block them. Block them and refund them. Meanwhile, am I fully willing to do the work and let the coach do the coaching? Am I fully willing to do the work and let the coach do and let the coach do the coaching? Are you fully willing to do the work? Are you fully willing to do the work? Just ask yourself, because it's not. Don't think. I think you guys think success is Instagram. I think you guys think success is instantaneous. This shit is work. This shit is thinking. This shit is gonna make you tired. This shit, like thinking of what to do next, thinking of fresh ideas, thinking of how to be innovative, thinking about. Thinking about how to be. Thinking about how to be the best. Thinking about your next campaign, thinking about your next wording, thinking about your next level of verbiage. But let me give you a key to how you figured it out. Are you ready for this? Here's the key. The way you figure out your next level. Are you ready for this? Here's the secret to success. If you're wondering, damn, I can't figure this out. Damn, I can't think of what to do next. Damn, I can't think of what to sell next. Let me tell you how to figure it out. The way you figure this out is by reading. The way you figure out what comes next is by reading. When you study, the more you study, the more it opens your mind up to the smallest topics that bring forth the bigger topics. BIG, ladies, listen to what I'm trying to tell you, okay? The more I read, the more I can come on live and have a conversation. The more I read, the more I can teach classes and teach more. The more you read, the more money you can make. Understand this. The more you read, the more you read. The more you read, okay? The more you study. That's the key. That's the key. It's no that's the major key right there. The more you read, the more you be like, damn, like, why is this person so inventive? Why is this person so innovative? Why is this person so creative? It's because they're studying more. And for you girls who don't like to read, there's a thing called Audible. Wake up to Audible. Fall asleep to Audible. You know what I'm saying? Like if you go through my Audible catalog right now, I mean, my Audible catalog is on lit. I wish my phone wasn't dead. Milka, will you charge my phone? Stephanie, you charge my phone for me, baby?
Where's the charger? I don't have a phone.
It's in my purse.
Okay.
And just take my purse.
Okay.
Just take the whole thing.
Okay.
Because I'm blocking and everything.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay. The more you read, the more content you have. The more you read the history of shit, the more in depth you become. Okay? The more you read the history of anything, see, a lot of y'all read current books, okay? I'll thumb through a current book and see the names that they bring up of past people that have died, that have passed away, old businesses, old companies, and things of that nature. Then I'm able to have a seasoned conversation, okay? A seasoned conversation. So when you're thinking about, I'm stuck with marketing, I'm stuck with what to do next, If you read the history of stuff, then you'll know how to evolve and how to innovate where it should go. If you start to read the history of it, then you will know and understand and learn how to be able to do that. And when I tell you, man, reading is the reason why I even have a position. Reading is the only reason why y'all on here. That's the reason why y'all listen to me. It's because I'm willing to read. I promise you. If you were willing to read as much as I'm willing to read on the topics because the topics I read on is boring. Body language, organization, capitalization, REITs, value propositions. Those are boring topics. It's not fucking Terry McMillan. You know what I'm saying? It's not a Zane book. The stuff that I read, I'm talking about chapter 2, I'm snoring. You understand that? But by chapter two, I would have learned so much in chapter 2 that I can get online, I can get on live, I can go anywhere, I can get on the stage and have an elevated conversation because I read those 2 chapters just off that. Even reading old study books, you ladies who have gone to college and have those old textbooks, go back through them and just go back through like your psychology textbooks. Go back and say a lot of you guys took psychology. A lot of you guys took math. A lot of you guys took African American history. A lot of you guys took American history. If you just go back through your college books and come with just the terminology, you could take the terminology, you could take the definition from one major word in one of your old college textbooks, okay? And this is how you didn't lose your student loan money, okay? This is how you didn't lose your student loan money. You can go take one whole word, one whole block out of one of your college books, and I promise you, you could teach a whole course just on that by expanding on one paragraph. By expanding on one paragraph and relating real life issues to this shit. I promise you. I promise you this shit. Like, I promise you. And that's insider game. They're saying that's only available in VIG today. But I want to ask you, are you fully willing? I want to ask you, are you fully willing to do the work and allow me to do the coaching? Because, see, I can't read for you. See, I don't know everyone's passion. I don't know your passion point. I don't know your exact calling. I don't know what God wakes you up for in the morning. So the only thing I can do is I can give you clear directives and I can give you clear objectives. I can say, okay, this is what you should do. You understand? And this thing, what I'm telling you, applies to anything. What I'm telling you applies to lashes. What I'm telling you applies to party buses. What I'm telling you applies to this. What I'm telling you applies to so many different things, so many different genres of business that if you just start reading up on it and studying on it, you can have such an elevated conversation that even your elevated conversations ends up making your business have a higher value proposition to it, so that you're even able to talk to investors on a whole nother level. The investors like, so how does she know about? How does she understand? Well, honey, because I read motherfucking 5 paragraphs, bitch. Period. So we're on the Am I Coachable worksheet still. Number 4, I will keep my word without struggling and sabotaging. Okay. So the key to success is consistency. The people that you see win, the winners, they're not winners because they're smarter than you. They're winners because they keep doing the same thing over and over again. That's it. I'm nowhere near smarter than you. I'm just consistent. I'm going to get up and do the same thing every day. Even if I don't have a topic. My topic is consistently a topic. You understand that? So I keep my word without struggling and sabotaging. And as females, we're very emotional creatures. Anything can shut us down. So you have to work hard to fight your female hormones, to fight your female mechanisms of things that you say. And I always say this on live. I always say this on social media. I don't know if you ever noticed how a man could sit there and he could screw the fuck out of you. And you will lay there and you'll be like, can we cuddle? and then he puts his pants and his shoes on, and he gets up and goes to work just as if you like, damn, you didn't want to cuddle. No, it's because he has the mechanism of consistency, and so we fall off. So therefore, even when it hurts, you got to be consistent. Even if you're in a hospital bed, you got to be consistent. Even if you're on your cycle, you got to be consistent. My assistant has the worst cycles ever, and I have to break her out of the cycle. The cycle, like she shuts down during her cycle, and I'm like, listen, you could never be a boss like that, because that means every month for 7 days you got to shut down business. Listen, let me explain something to you, ladies. Target don't shut down because they baby sick. Walmart don't shut down because she got a cold. Exactly. Things do not stop. But I'm saying, so you have to fight. Like, when you know that those are the things up against you, like some of us have key things up against us, okay? And when we have those key things up against us, then we know, okay, boom. I can't allow these key things that are up against me to then use, to then allow those things to be used against me. Will I give the coach the benefit of the doubt to try out new ideas? I'm not even going to ask you for nothing big, okay? I'm going to ask you to read a chapter a day. A chapter takes 20 minutes. For a slow reader, a chapter takes 30 minutes, okay? Read your chapter a day when you wake up. Don't fool yourself and say I'm going to read at night, because at night we're drunk. At night we turned up. At night you might have somebody in your bed. At night you may have certain things to do. At night you may have other stuff to do. What I'm telling you right now is in the morning before you wake up, when you do your morning ritual, whatever that is, before you turn on your phone, before you turn on IG Live, before you check your Instagram, before you check your messages, before you check your text messages, read one chapter of the book. Right now, we are reading the 12-week year. That's the book we're on. It's the 12-week year, okay? That's the book we're reading right now. Is the 12-week year, right? I will tell you, will you tell the whole truth about yourself? Start being honest with yourself. The main thing is like the thing that holds us back the most in coaching is not being honest with our strengths and our weaknesses. If you're honest with yourself, there's so much more that you can do. So just being honest with your strengths, being honest with your weaknesses, and just being honest with yourself. You're not lying to anybody but yourself, because no one really gives a fuck. So sitting here saying you're great at this, sitting here saying that you're great at that, sitting here making yourself think that you're good, like me, I'm not a morning person. I always tell y'all that. Sitting here lying and saying I'm a morning person, I'm not fooling y'all. I'm fooling myself, because you're not going to see me until noon or 1. So you know I'm not up in the morning, period. That's number one. Am I a person who can express what I need or expect, and I can share this as soon as I sense it? If you sense in a meeting, any kind of meeting that you're having, that you like, a lot of you guys don't know how to express yourself. A lot of you a lot of people have low self-esteem and aren't assertive. Listen, there's one thing about life. You don't get what you deserve. You only get what the fuck you negotiate, okay? Understand that. You do not get what you deserve, ladies. You only get strictly what you negotiate. So if you don't ask for it, they're not going to give it to you. If you don't try to demand it, and let me explain something to you. Let me give y'all a piece of game. And here's a piece of Big G game right here. This is something that I don't give out very often, okay? You ready for this? If you're paying for something and you're not embarrassed to say how much you're willing to pay for it, then you're paying too much. If you're paying somebody and you're not embarrassed to say how much you're willing to pay for the service, then you're paying too much. Point blank, period. That's a rule of thumb. That's me, all the way. My prices, what I say I'm going to do, and what I say I'm going to pay people and what I say I'm going to pay for something is so low that my people, my team, are so embarrassed to repeat what the fuck I just said. Like, are you serious? Yeah. Because at best, they're gonna come somewhere close to what I want to pay. They're gonna come somewhere close to what you want to pay. They're gonna come somewhere close to what you can afford. So if you're paying sticker price for things, if you're paying asking price for things, if you're not, I'm talking about like, it's been times that I've been in, like right now I'm in the middle of a deal, right? And I want this deal so bad. But when I tell you the price that I offer for this apartment building is so fucking disrespectful, it's so fucking disrespectful. And I already know that this Jewish man is probably going to look at this thing and say, you know something, bitch, get the fuck on. And I'm expecting that. And then I'll come back with something else. But if he falls for it, then I'm in a good position. If he even comes back and counters me, see, because I'm going to ask for a counter. So if I'm so low and I'm so and my negotiation where I'm starting off at is so low, you know, saying like by the time he gets to where I need him to be, we gonna be in the same playing field. So remember that if you're not embarrassed by what you say you're willing to pay for something, then you're paying too much. Okay. Boom. There we go. Am I willing to change self-defeating behaviors which limit my success? Your success is you versus you. At this point, you can no longer blame anybody for the positions you in. It's either overspending, underworking, underperforming. It's either overspending, procrastination, or underperformance. That's it. There's no one else to blame. There's nobody to blame. And not in non-execution. There's no one else to blame at this point. It's nobody else's fault but you. And when you become woman enough and person enough to just own that, guess what? I'm in this position because I put myself here. I'm getting my ass beat because I put myself here. I'm broke as hell because I don't get up and do what the fuck I'm supposed to do. I'm not relevant because I don't study. I'm not relevant because I'm not pushing myself for relevancy. I'm not making money because money isn't my main goal. Money is an afterthought for me. Money is an afterthought for me. So I want you to think about that. You are where you are right now only because of your own your own self-defeating ways. So ask yourself today, right? Am I willing to change self-defeating behaviors which limit my success? Point blank period. Number 9. Do I see coaching as a worthwhile investment in my life? Do I see having accountability partners as a worthwhile investment in my life? Some people see Red Lobster as a worthwhile investment. Some people see their Target runs as a worthwhile investment. Do you see things differently now? Like, listen, if I could spend 30 minutes, an hour every 2 weeks doing this, is this investment worth it to me? Is $45 a month worth it to me? Am I going to spend $1.50 per day on something else that at the end of the day is not worth it, is worth it to me? Hold on, y'all. We gonna hide. We removed her. We removed her. She's removed, honey. She's removed. You ready? Do you see coaching? They're removed, baby. They removed. They can't even be here no. They gone. Okay. Am I someone who can share the credit? And I don't believe in that part, but am I someone who can share the credit for my success with the coach? I mean, are you willing to give props or pay homage? Like to say, damn, you know something? I am where I am because of the women that paved the way before me. I am where I am because, like, at the end of the day, God has to know that you're willing to pay, to you scored a 48. Good, you're very coachable. And just ask yourself. So right now, I just want to take a moment and just hear, what are your total scores? What are your total scores right now? After we went through all that, what are your total scores? So now that we know, first thing first, okay. Amen. Very coachable. Hi, coach. Yes. Thank you. So we got through this worksheet. We moving on. Now let me see where I want to go with this next. Because you guys got so much work. Y'all lit. Y'all coaching. Y'all lit. Y'all lit. Y'all are lit. Let's go with our next one. I want to do the put off procrastination worksheet. Every 2 weeks, we're going to do worksheet together, okay? We're going to do these two together. We did the Am I Coachable, and then we're going to do the procrastination worksheets, okay? Because I feel like right now procrastination is one of our biggest deals, all right? And then the time management tips you're going to do on your own. So, 21 questionnaire for extraordinary goal setting. I'm going to give you time to do that on your own. And goal exploration, I'm going to give you time because those are more by yourself exercises like your family goals and things of that nature. These are more by yourself exercises for you just kind of to thumb through and to think, okay? And then there was one that you should have got. I'm going to make sure that you guys get. And that is about your life story, okay? So we're going to send that out to you to kind of talk about the narrative of your life story so that you can just kind of understand where your life story is. But the 21 questions for extraordinary goal setting, I'm going to, let me see. These are things that we're going to do on your own. And these are things you're going to do on your own. And if you can do me a favor, if you can get you just like a little cute white binder, okay? Just a cute white binder. And print these things off and hole punch them. And just so that you have your binder, so that you're really writing it in and filling this in and doing the assignments, okay? The assignments are going to be way more detailed than they are now, all right? These assignments are going to be way more detailed than they are now. Today is our first day on the job. Today is our first day. I want to see how the system is going to work. I've never done group coaching before, so I wanted to see how it was going to go. So today is just to test the waters, to just kind of check our temperature, make sure that we're on the same page. But at the end of the day, you guys are going to have a binder about this thick, okay? About this thick. So I want you guys to do that. And then once we get into our system, we're going to have accountability partners where you're going to be able to break off, and you're going to have a community forum where you guys will be able to share ideas, share resources, things of that nature, okay? And all of that will be in there. And then I'll be able to send you push notifications. Like I'll be able to send you daily motivational quotes and things of that nature, daily tasks and things of that nature. And then you have guided missions. So you'll do mission 1, mission 2, mission 3, mission 4. So when we get into our system, it's basically mission based, okay? And so all for the next 2 weeks, you'll have things to do, like set up your LLC, do your policy and procedure manual, do your to write out one sales system, to write out your welcome call thing, to do a opening email, to do a empty cart, what do you call that, abandoned cart email. So you guys are going to have a live deliverables coming up in our missions and things of that nature once we get into our private platform. So that wasn't ready for today, but you guys will have access to your private platform, and you will be able to replay these over again, all right? And you'll have assignments there, and you will also have your platform where you can download your worksheets, all right? So I want you to kind of know how group coaching is going to go. For things that are above, but let me explain something to you. There's some things that are above you, and some people think, okay, this is above me. this is beneath me, or this is this, that, and the third. But let me explain something to you. I've already done this. I've already done that. I've already set my goals. But the trick is that you don't understand that even me sitting here, I need to do all this because I'm not the same woman I was 12 months ago. I don't have the same plan I had 12 months ago. I don't have the same vision I had 12 months ago. And if you're any type of businesswoman, then you know business evolves, business innovates, time changes. So what got you here won't get you there. So understand that all these things may seem simple to you, and it may seem and in the beginning it will be simple, but at the end of the day, I'm every single thing that you're doing, I'm doing with you, because at the same token, guess what? Refreshers are new. The same, like it's almost like the Bible. At the end of the day, you could read the same scripture twice, but if you're in a different space, a different place in your life, you'll get a whole different definition from the very same scripture. Okay, so don't ever, you know what I'm saying, so don't think that some things are beneath you. And goal setting changes. Like goal setting definitely changes. Like as you see new opportunities arise, like you're like, damn, this product could really go in the big box stores. Damn, I could really, you know what I'm saying, this thing could really be streamlined. Damn, this, you know what I'm saying, like, damn, I could really take this product and not have to do so much legwork. So I want you to think about it in that way. So I don't want you to think like, damn, I don't need to do that, or like don't get into that. I want you to really think about it and like really go through the whole process again, because you as you go through the whole process again, you understand like, damn, when I started this business or when I started this concept, I was thinking this, but things have changed, and your customers will change things for you, because you may have had all of these elaborate ideas, and then the people only bought into one of the ideas. So here we go. Putting out procrastination worksheet. Typical techniques to stop procrastination. Exercise 1. Does everyone have this? Everyone has this right here? Does everyone have this one right here? Great. Okay, good. Put up procrastination worksheet. Practical techniques to stop procrastination. Why we procrastinate. Take your best guess and rank. Following the reasons for why we procrastinate from 1 to 5, starting with 1 being the biggest reason and number 5 being the smallest reason, okay? Reasons we procrastinate. I procrastinate so much for reason number 1, and that's feeling overwhelmed. The feeling that there's too much that needs to be done in order to accomplish in order to accomplish a task, therefore thus paralyzing us from even taking the first step forward. There's so many times that I cannot wrap my head around how something is going to happen, how I'm going to have the resources for it, how I'm going to have the money for it, how am I going to even do it, how do I spell it out, how do I, and that would be that would even be my television situation right now, because the networks have asked me to write out something 10 times, and because I don't know the proper format they want it written out in. Do you know I've held them off for a year and a half? Seriously, I've had a whole TV deal on the table for a year and a half. And because they won't outline to me exactly, they won't spoon feed to me exactly how they want it done, it's just not getting done. So remember that feeling overwhelmed, feeling that that the task is too big will paralyze you from doing it. Okay. So therefore, today we're going to make a commitment today that, you know something, I don't give a fuck about how well I do it. I don't even give a fuck about the format in which they want it in. I'm just going to do a version of what I know, what I have. I'm not going to wait until I have the money for the perfect bottle or the perfect packaging. I'm not going to wait until I can hire the perfect chemist. I'm not going to wait until I can get the perfect storefront or this is that and the third. I'm going to just push forward with what I have right now. Right now. So that's number 1. That's procrastination tip Number one, I'm going to push for with what I have right now at this moment. That and I didn't want to. We did these on live, and we were just talking about procrastination tips. But right now, we're going to break procrastination barriers. Okay, feeling overwhelmed. The way that we're going to overcome feeling overwhelmed is that when the thought comes of how the fuck am I going to get this done, the next thought that hits your mind is let me just go on and do. Let me do something. Okay, let me do something. All right, even if it's 10% of it. 10% is better than zero for a procrastinator. So let me just do something towards it, okay? Something. All right? Task is unpleasant. We view the task as boring, tiring, or that it will make us uncomfortable in some sort of way. Those things I do first. Whatever I think is, I have ADHD, as you guys should all know. So the things that I don't want to do, I do them first. Just get them out the way. And then you can give yourself an incentive. If you want to go eat a steak, if you want to go do something fun, you want to go hang out with your friends, you want to go smoke a blunt, you want to go do X, Y, Z, do the unpleasant task first. And then let that be like your gift. Like, girl, I want to go buy this outfit. But in order for me to do this, I got to do this. You just got to almost mind fuck yourself. And even if you don't do the whole task, doing a piece of it is better, because once you do a piece of it, the crazy part about doing a piece of it is that if you're anything like me, once you start it, you will actually finish it. So put into your mind that you're only going to do a piece of it. And I promise you, once you start it, you're going to start finishing it. You're like, oh shit. And you're just going to keep going and keep flowing. Okay. So that's going to be our hack number 2. All right. The fear of failing. If we take action towards reaching our goals, yet fail to realize them, we fear that we will be seen as a failure. We fear being rejected and made to look like a fool. Well, being broke, you already look foolish. Not being who the fuck you was cut out to be already makes you a failure. Regardless, they're going to talk regardless. So with that being said, who gives a fuck? And then at the end of the day, it's not about the failure. Understand that you never fail. It's 2 parts about failure that I always say. Either I profit or I brand. And when I say that, I say this. Let's say I do an event, right? And I don't make any money off of it. But now people know that I'm able to do events, right? So I may have lost money on it. I may have made no money. It may have flopped. 2 people might have shown up. But at the end of the day, I did it. And now I'm known for being able to do that. You get it? So don't ever, I'm saying, so even if you make a t-shirt or you make a dress or this is that and the third, it may look like shit. It may not be the best possible, but guess what? You did it. And now people know, guess what? This is what she's trying to do. This is what she's aiming at. And you'll start to be known for doing that. And people will start to call you to do that. Boom. Lacking motivation. We find no internal motivation or benefit for doing the task. There's no penalty for not doing it, leading us to not do it at all. The cost in terms of time and energy seems to outweigh the benefits. This is me all day. Okay. This is me all day. Lacking motivation. And then me thinking what it's going to cost me to do it, I'm not going to benefit. It's not going to pay me in return, which is a procrastinator's biggest lie. I'm not going to get my money back. I'm not going to get my ROI, return on investment. This is that and the third. But guess what? At all costs, you learn something, even if you pay for the lesson. I always say some lessons is bought and some lessons is taught. So just jump out and do it. Even if you're adding on a new product to your existing business, you want to make sure that you go and do it. Just do it. See, no one may buy it. Everybody might buy it. But at the end of the day, at least you tried it and you know if it works or it doesn't. Every day with business, there's a key term called testing and measuring. Testing and measuring. Every single business that's in business right now is constantly testing and measuring. You're not going to always win. You're not going to always come out on top. You're not going to always profit. It's not going to always be a hit. But at the end of the day, the key to business is testing and measuring. Testing and measuring. That's it. That's all you're doing. Every day, when I roll out a product, you think, for instance, when I roll out a course, I know if the course is going to hit. I don't know. I'm testing and measuring. Honestly, that's me giving you real nigga advice. Real straight shit. I'm actually testing and measuring. And some of them do very well. And some of them just do okay. And some of them suck ass. But I'm testing and measuring. I'm testing and measuring. That's all I'm doing. Testing and measuring. Lacking focus. Unable to stay on a task because something comes up. And that something else can be something that distracts a person from continuing to work on a main task. Oh my God. I have 2 distractions in my house right now. I stay distracted. But you know something? You have to just be honest with your hours. Be honest with your hours. Be honest with your productive hours. Be honest with yourself, saying, yo, this is what I can do. This is what I can't do. This is what time I can do it. This is what time I cannot do it. That's just all you have to do. In order to overcome that, it's just the honest way to overcome lacking focus is honesty. Just being honest. Like, yo, I can't focus on that. I can't do that. And another way of killing lack of focus is delegation. The things you can't focus on, delegate. If you can't focus on this, if you tried it 10 times again, it's no reason to try it the 11th time. You're just not going to do it. You can't focus on it. Delegate it, but get it done. Delegate it, but get the shit done. Delegate it, but get it done. Delegate it, but get it done. So the things that I like focus on, I'll sit there and be like, oh shit. Like even this VIG. Milka did everything. She did everything. I found all the resources. I wrote out all this stuff. But she put it together. My focus will not allow me to sit down, talk to the people, put the platform together, do the links, send it. I couldn't do it. So therefore, I had the idea, I had the concept. My focus wouldn't allow me to do it. So therefore, I had to delegate it. So that's where the other part comes into not being cheap. Okay. Exercise 2. And I want you guys to do this on your own. But exercise 2 is going to be modeling attributions of others. Okay. You're going to model the attributions of others. The people that you look up to. Just model what they do. Now remember, use your sense of discernment to know what people really do and really don't do, okay? These people really aren't just go. That's not feasible. So if you notice in my brand, I keep that shit Andre 3000. They never show you their days that they spend the whole day in bed. I show you mine. They never show you their days that they don't get out of bed. They try to show you they go. It's not true, sis. It's not true. That's a facade. That's a finesse. Do not fall for it. Okay? Do not fall for it. That's not true. You will kill yourself thinking that shit is true. Some days you just don't fucking feel like it. And don't beat yourself up for it, okay? But if you do something from wherever you are, I don't care if you're in a bed, in a hospital bed, I don't care if you have sleep, whatever you're doing, I could be like this. Can somebody please make sure that the VIG email goes out? And this is where it comes from not being cheap, okay? This is when you understand the cost of business. I could be just like this. Could somebody grab my laptop? Could somebody put on my shoes? Could somebody light my candles for me? Could somebody get me a Red Bull? Could somebody get me another coffee? Can somebody go pick up Honor? Can somebody write the email? I got to answer this. I got to call this person back. Remember this. The cost of doing business. The cost of doing business. And then think about this. See, a lot of people want 100% of the profit, right? But if there's, I will take 40% of the profit and give 60% of it to my team, because I want you to now. I want you guys to break out. I want you to break this down, okay? Because if it was left up to me sometimes, the profit would be 0%. But if I delegate and the profit is 100%, and I'm able to take 40% of it and divvy up the 60%, I made 40% more than my lazy ass would have made. I made 40% more than my lazy ass would have made. Period. So remember that sometimes being cheap costs so much more. So think about that, okay? Think about that. As you're like, damn, like you weren't gonna get it done. So you weren't gonna make nothing at all. So now instead of if it was gonna be $100 and you weren't gonna make 100, now you get to make 40, and you was able to pay the graphic designer, the assistant, the cleaning person, the nanny. You know what I'm saying? You was able to divvy up that other 60% that many ways and still get shit done. Boom. And you still made $40. So remember that. So remember, being cheap costs too much. Okay. And then right here, I want you guys to do this, your procrastination statement, and then basically go in here. I usually find reasons for not acting immediately on difficult assignments, and you'll put your points there. I know what I have to do frequently, and I spend my time doing something else that's more enjoyable. Me. I work best at the last minute. Me. There are too many interruptions that interfere with me. Me. I feel it's unfair when I'm pressed to make unpleasant decisions. Not me. I take half measures to delay unpleasant, difficult actions. Not me. When I'm tired, I really want to just veg out rather than do. Me. I question my tasks always. Why my tasks always have to be difficult all the time. Me, 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 me. Me, 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 me. I find, listen, let me give y'all something so gangster, right? How many of y'all got 12-year-old kids? How many of y'all got 12-year-old kids? How many of y'all got 16-year-old nieces? Anybody got like a 16-year-old niece, 15-year-old niece? Let me ask you a question. For those of you who don't want to read and who won't read, right? Would your 12-year-old take $10 a day to sit in the bed next to you and read you one chapter of a business book? Would they? And then you get 2 for 1. They're learning by reading, and you're making them learn, and they're sitting there reading to you. And they're thinking, I want you guys to get a by any means necessary mindset. Let's even say, let's just say this right here. Let's say not your 12-year-old. What about anybody got any living moms, parents, or grandmoms that want to see you win, that are on a fixed income? I bet you right now, if I called my mama and said, Mama, call me every night at 10 o'clock. I'm going to send you this book and make me sit on the phone and read me this book. If you read me one chapter book, I'll send you $20 or $10 every night. It's only going to take you, I pay you $10 for 20 minutes of reading to me. Two for one. You knock these books down. Your mama learning. You learn. I want that. That's the kind of mind. Like that's the kind of mind. I want y'all to start thinking outside the box. Like, damn, I'm no longer gonna not get things done. I'm going to get this shit done by any means necessary. So I want you guys to do this into you said I would do it for everybody here. Exactly, right? That's a hustle. So I want you guys to read through this because it's a little bit long-winded tonight, but really read through this. And that's a flip, right? That's somebody hustle on here. That's a hustle. That's a hustle. Girl, I'm gonna read to y'all every night. Who yeah. Hair Fanatic says she wanna do it. She says she wanna read to everybody every night. So we went over those 2 worksheets. You have a few worksheets to do on your own. I want to answer questions from the webinars because we've been on here for an hour now, and I don't want to stretch you guys out and wear you out. You guys are going to have your missions and like your assignments to do that are going to keep you going through the 2 weeks between. I'm not 100% sure when that. I don't want to make you a promise because getting the platform done is out of my hands. But I would like to know if anyone had any questions about any of the webinars that they took, so I can ask them now. It's about 5 of them. I'm not sure, but it's pretty thick. So, and then we're going to talk about, and then in 2 weeks we're going to talk. We should have read a few chapters out of the 12 week year. Okay. Yeah, you can ask about it. So order your books tonight. So tonight's assignment is to order your 12 week year book. You can find on Amazon or anywhere. So right now we're reading the 12 week year. Okay, so need more information on how to market your drop shipping business. There is a thing called adroll.com. Okay, adroll.com. All right, and they actually have a plugin, and they actually have a Shopify plugin, and this makes your website and your products show up on big websites like TMZ, Expedia, and things of that nature. It's very inexpensive. You only pay for what you click on. They make the ads for you and everything. That is an amazing way to be able to market your things. That and Facebook ads. But on the Facebook ads, I would use one bait product. Okay. So basically, when I say a bait product, it's something that you barely make any money on. You may make $1 or $2 on it, right? That you marked it down so low and so cheap, and it's so attractive that you ever see those things on the sidebar of Facebook. You like, damn, this $5, damn, this $6. You know they're not making much money on it, but but they priced it so low that you got to realize, okay, if I'm only making $2 on it, but I sell 5,000 of them, I've made $10,000. And that's how you get people and draw people and traffic to your site. Okay. So always change your weekly bait product. Okay. Remember to have a bait product. I'm not sure about if they've discontinued that, but ad roll you can use. Hold on. It depends on how much the property is. I have a question about real estate. Once you've done your flip and got gotten good money? Do you pay for it in cash or with a bank loan? I prefer, if you have the cash, I would pay for it in cash. If you have the access to bank lending, then I will pay for it in bank funds. It just depends on what you have access to, depending upon your credit and what your financial situation is. Me personally, I'm always a believer in other people's money versus my own. You always want to stay as liquid as possible, just in case shit go down, okay? And just in case you need your money. So if you can get bank funding and use like a hard money lender or something of that nature, I would definitely do hard money lending. While you know what I'm saying, because they have very, very, very um easy guidelines and things of that nature to be able to give you the funding and to give you the funding for remodeling. Yes, there's going to be a platform where you can all chat. That's what we're building out right now. Yeah, change your product per week on Facebook. But if that one product is working, don't change it. Yeah, fashion. I have a fashion design business currently that is struggling with making money. I have ideas for other businesses. A fashion school, is it best to focus on one, or can I do it all? Focus on one. Focus on one thing. I always believe in that Bible scripture. You can't serve two masters, for you will love one and hate the other. So I try to focus on one thing at all times. Focus on one and become the master of one. And if you see that one thing isn't working, then move on to the next. I need help setting up email capture for my marketing. Lead capture. Okay, so basically, there's lead capture plugins on every platform. Um, Privy is one, and that's the name of a lead capture plugin. Do you recommend working with influencers on IG? So it depends. It depends on who the influencers are. I found that to be like a hit or miss, because the people don't the a lot of the IG influencers don't really care about the people. They just care about what they get, and they don't really care about the people. Right now, I found that if you do a good job and you get, for me right now, if I got girls that have 1,000 followers, right? But if I have 100 girls or 200 girls that have 1,000 followers saying, "Hey, Glam University works, Glam University works," that's better than a social influencer, because that's 200,000 people, 100,000 people seeing it on top of my 100,000. So, and those are real people. Those aren't people that are just, following someone about hair or following someone about fitness. Those people real friends. Those are real referrals. So I personally think if you do a good job and you do a good product, then I would more so focus on that than I would on social media influencers. Yes, I use Ag ads. If you're Facebook ads. I'm not here for next. I'm not 100%. Like, I'm not a Facebook expert at all. Like, Facebook is a weak point of mine. Yes, I use IG ads. After I've sent off my first credit validation to the bureau, what do I do to send next? You send that next letter that's in there. There's three parts to that letter. Do we have a print on demand company for t-shirts? They have a plugin in the back end of Shopify, and one of them is called, I think it's called Printable, for Branding Beats webinar, where you talk about the colors. Do you think it's a bad idea for branding colors if they're not pink and golds and no, like, no. No, so if you did the webinar, then you know that there's different colors that bring up that spark different emotions. So therefore, if you did the webinar, then you know that the you should go with the color spectrum that goes with the emotions that you want your customer to feel when they look at your brand. I said, correct. Then it's time to threaten them with a lawsuit, and then to contact the complaint department that I put in the webinar. Yeah, I would just join Credit Gang and let us do it. Thank you. Amen. Okay. Mhm. Drop shipping, you can sell any products. I use there's an app on on Shopify called Overlow. Hold up. We're gonna talk about Gillian, we're gonna talk about website plans in weeks to come. So we'll talk about building your websites in weeks to come, okay? For hair extension companies. Sorry, I didn't specify. We want to go with I don't understand that question. Lynn, re-ask that question. Credit webinar. After I have no more debt, what do you suggest to do to increase my credit score? Self lender. Go through the Credit Gang website and pick up the and do the line of credit. Julie, maybe we should do one-on-one coaching. Hair for uh, order the wigs first and then do that. But yeah, I would suggest drop shipping for wigs because they're too expensive per unit. I did a part two, but it was live on the spiritual webinar. Yeah, I'm here for next. I would do drop shipping on wigs because they're too expensive to just have on hand. How do you add that you have just through the add a product prompt? How much time do you think it is to make money for the business? So make do you think how much time do you think it is to much time on getting Victoria re-ask that. I already have an LLC in place. What documents do I need to obtain? For what? You should obtain your business license, you should obtain your trademark, you should obtain your if you already have your operating agreements or things of that nature. Yeah, I would white label it. I would add synthetic, yes. Every state is a good state, Katisha, wherever you can find good deals. Don't limit yourself to your area. That's when you fuck yourself with real estate investing. No, go. I mean, go what colors you like, Lynn. Whatever colors you like. Like I think pink and gold, as far as hair, is kind of worn out. Like go with what you like. We're covering everything. Like there's so many things that we're covering in VIG. But this was just the beginning. This is our first time. This was our warm up. This was our intro. So this wasn't in depth. This wasn't system building. This wasn't business planning. This was none of the above. This was to kind of get our feet wet. VIG actually is a different platform. It's a whole different platform that gives you assignments, weekly assignments, a community forum, and things of that nature, missions and things of that nature. We're just waiting for our platform to be built out completely. Drive over. First, actually make an inventory. I don't understand, Victoria. How much time should I spend doing things versus I don't understand. Explain that a little bit more. DBA, okay, so basically you could have an LLC, right? So your LLC could be Gala Rogers LLC, right? And then you can go down to the state or like to your and just file a DBA, means doing business as. So Gail Rogers LLC can do business as I don't know, as thankyouverymuch.com. So it's a DBA, doing business as, and you have to register that with your state. I just look at aesthetics when it comes to pre-made websites on Shopify, aesthetics and pricing. I don't really get into how much traffic they have because none of that shit really matters, and I don't know if it's really measurable. Just stay LLC until you get bigger. Black and Company. I when so for all my real estate transactions, I I all my real estate transactions are under single asset LLCs. So basically, let's say for instance the address is 443 Glenwood Road. I spend $199 and get the LLC for 443 Glenwood Road LLC. So I own all my properties in a separate single asset LLC. Therefore, if anyone tried to sue me, they could only get they can't get all my properties. You get what I'm saying? So everything's owned a single asset LLC. Um, so Shopify is kind of funny with with hair companies now. So it's very hard to find a merchant company. So Shopify is cool for hair companies, but I think finding trying to find a merchant is going to be your biggest thing because there's so much fraud and kickbacks on hair companies. Um, I would like your own supplements. Create your own drop ship affiliate. I wouldn't do that because you want to make sure they work. I want to fully get into e-commerce drop shipping. Do you recommend general stores and niche stores? What does it benefit of having LLC or Inc? It just depends on, and with the INC, you basically have to have more meanings. LLC is just like it still allows you to be incorporated, but it's just less paperwork. So what way the LLC would have to so that would I'm not sure your question, Jen. I'm um um Walia, I'm not clearing the question. No, you just go with whoever, Lynn. It don't matter. Whoever's gonna give you the best continual education and the you know what I'm saying and the lowest monthly fees. No, definitely keep your LLC. Welcome to the now. Definitely keep your LLC. No, do both, Victoria. Why don't you find a fulfillment company in your area for your inventory? And usually fulfillment companies like Google fulfillment companies, and you could have your hair shipped to the fulfillment company, and they usually charge like $1 or no more than $2 per box to ship things out for you. So you could still drive your Uber and Lyft, have your hair company moving, and usually there's a plug-in that plugs right into your website. So when the orders come in, the fulfillment company will get it immediately. Exactly. Yep, Lynn. Your parent company could be that. I was told escort. It just depends on how many meetings you want to have. Like it depends on your type. Like Gail, I don't like with the LLCs and S corp. It depends on the type of business. So that's more of an accounting question than it is a question for me. I would do a business name for LLC. Your personal credit, yeah, it has to be up. No, The post office isn't a fulfillment company. I would just make my designs and go to LA and find someone that could fabricate them for me, that can manufacture and reproduce them for me in the garment district. Love, you should focus on whichever one's making you money first. I've never ran into that black. What do you think? Staying consistent and just finding the product that people are going to actually buy. You know, the testing and measuring to get to the point where people are going to actually buy. How do you create a strong team? There's a book that I've read called Hiring the Heavens, which basically states that God is going to appoint your angels to carry out your mission. No, 720. Gwen, 720. So I want to wrap up the questions here. As you see, my eyes are closing. Did I answer enough questions tonight, ladies? I hope I answered enough questions tonight. All your businesses have to be 50% products and 50% business. 50%. If you're a service-based business, make sure that it's 50% products and 50% business. If you're just a service-based business and you're not selling products, then you're leaving 50% of the money on the table. One more, please. Okay. I'm not 100% versed in ClickBank, Alicia. Let me do my research on them, and then in next 2 weeks I'll have some information for you on that. It's the best way to make money in fashion design business. Just that's kind of broad. I'd have to see the company. Gail, I have to see the company. Depends on what all you had on your credit. If your credit was shot to shit, then it may take a while, and then it may not even be shot to shit. You just may have a lot of stubborn ass creditors that you opened up credit cards with. So just, you know what I'm saying, just give it time. There's over 300 criterias that a creditor has to meet in order to be able to report legitimately to your credit. So if we go at one angle, it will take us a while to go through all 300 angles. So just give it time. Thank you so much. So right now we're doing a bundle blowout. So for all you guys who didn't start off the new year right and you want to start it over right, then make sure that you go grab them all, because at the end of the day, they having a Super Bowl and we having a super bundle. So make sure you tag your friends and let them know. Thank you guys for joining VIG. Join. I'm gonna tell you, join Credit Gang. The other shit is bullshit. Gayla, book personal coaching. You want the graphics? I'm gonna see it. Okay, let me ask her about it. So, how was group coaching today? I just want to know. I'm sorry that I'm really. Oh shit. What happened? What happened? Ah. What happened? Milka. 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 Fuck. Am I off?
Huh?
Am I off? Somebody should have FaceTime me and blinked out. Am I still on your screen?
I'm not watching.
You wasn't watching?
Yeah, the kid's got my phone. I'm not watching it.
Did you decline it?
No, I didn't even touch it. The shit just blanked out.
Would your live end and it didn't send the link?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm so pissed.
Could you go back and put it in the comments? Does live save?
I don't know.
I think it might. I feel like it does. You might have to choose that option though.
You.
It's still on you.
I am? Huh?
Yeah.
Can they hear me right now?
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Somebody.
Lagging just a little bit.
Okay, what? Okay, let me see. Can you see the comments? Okay. Okay, I can't. I'm watching from another computer. So. Oh shit! How do I turn your volume down? Okay. All right. I can't see it anywhere, but thank you so much. And we're gonna get more in depth in the next 2 weeks, and we're gonna go more in depth this next 2 weeks. This first 2 weeks is about mindset. So remember, it's mind over matter for the next 2 weeks. I'm looking at your computer instead of mine. Okay, so thank you so much. I blanked out over here. I don't know. But thank you. Thanks for joining VIG. Get ready to do the work. This was the easy work today, okay? This was the basic, you know what, work. The hard work is coming, right? So this was getting your feet wet. So don't think this is gonna be easy. Because after this, so for your marching steps is to finish all of the worksheets that you received, and then your next step is to start your 12-week year book. And so that's where I want you to be in the next 2 weeks, and you will be receiving your login for the platform and all your information you need for that. Okay, thank you, ladies. You guys will have your accountability partners in the next 2 weeks and your platform. So welcome to VIG. It's going to get more extensive and more a lot more work in the next 2 weeks. So I'm excited to work with you guys, and thank you. I hope I answered all your questions from the thank you. And I didn't want it to be all preachy and motivational, that kind of deal. I want it to be very informative and more so like, yo, I can take this content and overcome some hurdles. I can take this content and make some money. And so from this point out, it's about making money. So we're going to be talking about sales, getting money, sales goals, making money, and period. That's it. So this week was your warm up. This was get your feet wet. This was to see if everything is working. We know everything's working. Everybody's clocked in, and now we can go. We know how it flows. It flows well. I like it. Thank you. Thank you guys for joining VIG, and I will see you in 2 weeks. How do I save it? I can't figure out how to fucking save it. I'm so mad about it. Dashboard. Hold on.
It's still hold on.
Video manager.
Was it in a different window?
I'm so tired. Look like I'm literally about to fall the fuck over to sleep.
Them kids want me out.
You see what happened to me? Yeah. I guess just close it. Close it. Close it. Is it closed? Hold on.
No, it's still recording.
It ain't gonna record in a minute. Oh, there it is. Hold on.
It was in another window.
Oh, okay. All right. How do I save it?